We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today we've got a shit ton of college basketball. I forgot to press the go live button on TikTok, so that's going live. Bunch of college basketball today, a bunch of fun games, so we'll see how it goes. Currently on my side monitor have the Sabres game on, currently 0-0 with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first period. So hopefully the Sabres can get the job done. We do have the Sabres money line up on the site. They opened up around plus 102, finished at a pick'em. So line did move towards Buffalo in that game. So hopefully we can get a dub on that one. But we'll go look back at yesterday, and I don't know what it is. I can't have a good day right now. I can continue to kind of bury myself with college basketball. It's just been a rough season. And yesterday was no different. I split out on the App State game because I lost by the hook in the first half, won the full game. The under in the Mercyhurst game, winner. Stetson, plus 13.5, winner. North Texas, minus 10.5. They lose outright to ECU. Don't know how that happened. Kennesaw State loses to Louisiana Tech. Money Earn and Furman got the job done. And then a series of a bunch of losers with Bonaventure, Rutgers, Central Connecticut, the over in the Buffalo game, Chicago State, both first half and full game, Citadel, and Middle Tennessee. All losers. Vegas moneyline was a winner. Tampa Bay won in a shootout. The Boston-Brooklyn game in the NBA went to overtime, double overtime. The Nets covered the 8.5-point spread. Butler gets wins the 7.5. The over in the Ohio game was a loser. Nailed that Michigan game, though. Michigan wins by 12. Ohio State plus 15.5 winner. Team total under for Michigan winner. The over did not get there in the Dallas game. Of course not. It landed at 5, got hooked. Calgary, moneyline, loser. The over in the Flyers game wins. The Flyers put up a touchdown. 7-3 Flyers in that game. Sharks beat the Rangers. I lose that one. And the Ducks beat the Kraken. I lose that one. Down a chunk of money yesterday. Need to bounce back. Free picks today. I'm going to take the Canes by multiple goals, plus 190. Rhode Island over one loss. George Mason, plus 120. Purdue to bounce back after their loss to UCLA. That's minus 5 and a hook. Currently, as we stand, we have a bunch of plays already started because in college basketball, they're trying to get games in before all the storms. So we've got a bunch of games started already. I did get the under in the Wofford game, so at least there was that. I have Towson, minus 7.5. They're down 9 points, so that's definitely not ideal. I have Georgetown plus 5.5. They're down 18. Also not ideal. I have Hampton plus 3.5. They're now down 8. So that's another one that's falling apart. Ugh. I have the under in the Princeton game. That one looks fine. I have Hofstra plus 2.5, and they're down 12. What is going on? I don't understand. American minus 2.5. They're up 12, so at least that looks decent. Nice save by Ridge. Damn. Over in the UNC game, that's looking decent. Over in Nebraska, that's looking okay. Clemson minus 7.5. They're winning by 11. Sabres is tied 0-0. Wright State up 12. That's good. That game has 51 points with 7 minutes left to go. The Green Bay game, I have 143.5, so that's okay. Texas down 6, not good. Southern Miss down 11, not good. UMass Lowell's down 4, whatever, and Xavier just started. So, again, we'll see how some of these go. I'm not confident with it anymore. Hello, Brittany. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. And I I will get to the chat. I do address the chat. I just was reading off stuff, and I had my I had it off of the chat tab for a minute. But I do read y'all's chats. I do read y'all's chats. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. Trying to grow all the channels. Make sure you guys are following on TikTok. Make sure you guys are following on Twitter. Let me go actually post out the card to Twitter. And then we can go from there. If you guys are new to TikTok, make sure you guys are following the TikTok too. And if anybody who's watching on TikTok, if the stream all of a sudden goes away, it's because TikTok hates me. Come over to the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel. I'll be live there doing the show for a little bit. So I need to post this. Perfect. Good. Done there. Boom, boom. All right. Once again, Canes, puck line, Rhode Island, money line, Purdue. Interesting news in the MLB. Cleveland Guardians star Jose Ramirez is now signed and done. It'll include an extra $106 million in new money, which $70 million of which is deferred for 10 years. He turns the 3 years and $69 million into 7 years for 175. So he will be with Cleveland for another 7 years. So big move for Cleveland. I really do like that move for Cleveland. Keep your players. Keep your players. Like that's great to see players stay with the small market teams. So I like that a lot. Quickly go over some ranked matchups for tonight in college basketball. Because there's a bunch of stuff going on in college basketball. Steelers plan to hire Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy as their head coach. Interesting. Very interesting. To college basketball. Computer being a little bit slow, that's fine. Welcome to everybody. If you guys are joining us through the TikTok, make sure you guys are following me on TikTok. Going live there every single day for as long as they don't ban me. So there's that at least. Man, I'm happy I stayed off of Minnesota today. As we're going, we'll quickly go through what all the ranked games are doing for college basketball. Villanova and UConn tied up at 33 with 17 minutes left to go in the second half. UConn's 18-1 this season. They're number 2 in the nation, only behind undefeated Arizona. Duke up 20 on Wake Forest. It's about right. They were 17.5-point favorites, so I expected them to be up. Nebraska continues their undefeated season, and they're probably going to stay undefeated. They're up 19 with a little under 6 minutes to go. That one is sitting at 115 points. So I need a little bit more. Of course, I'm going to get annoyed with some of these because I'm happy I stayed off in Minnesota, but I had Michigan State on my card minus 18.5, and they're up 73-38. And I left it off, and I'm annoyed about that one. I also left off Vanderbilt minus 3.5 in the first half, and they won that first half by 21. Vanderbilt's currently up 28 points on Mississippi State. UNC and Virginia are tied at 67, so that's good to see. Clemson up 12 on Georgia Tech. I like to see that. Texas is still down 4 points to Georgia at home as a favorite, or as unranked versus ranked. Those are the games currently going on. Afternoon, Timmy. Afternoon. Great thread, the needle play, Chicago and Tampa Bay. There you go. There you go, dude. I didn't get my puck line, but it is what it is. I wanted to get it, but Yeah. Washington puck line was nice. There you go. Only real losers were my Blues and Avs. I took the over in the Avs game. I would recommend stop betting the Blues. Anyways, more ranked college basketball games. Arizona is a 17.5-point favorite hosting West Virginia. I almost took West Virginia, but I could honestly see Arizona winning by 30. Probably what will be the game of the day is Houston and Texas Tech. Houston's a 1.5-point favorite in Texas Tech. I like Texas Tech in that game. I think they get the job done versus Houston. Kind of a revenge spot because Texas Tech did lose to Houston in Houston a couple weeks ago. So I could definitely see a bounce back spot for Texas Tech there. Louisville and Virginia Tech. I just see it as a blowout spot for Louisville. Louisville is coming off of their blowout win versus Pitt, but like this is a blowout spot because you've got a Virginia Tech team at 15-5, so a good record Virginia Tech, and it's a 13.5. I got 12.5, so I think that game's a blowout. Thunder losing outright last night at home was shocking. Did they actually? I'm pulling up I will say I have no NBA plays today. I did not bet the NBA. No shit, they lost to the Pacers. Holy crap, that's crazy. How about the Nuggets sitting at 31-15, even though they're half their team's injured? That's funny. That's funny. Back to college. Sabres Day, yes. Sabres Day. Hopefully it's a good Sabres Day. They'll be going into the first intermission tied at 0. So, no complaints yet. No complaints. Illinois and Purdue. Once again, I like Purdue. I think they bounce back after they lose to UCLA. I think this is a good bounce back spot for them to go in there and take care of business, and win. So Purdue, Iowa State, and Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State can keep it competitive. This is an Iowa State team that's 17-2, yes, but I mean they have not really looked all that impressive to me. I'm going to grab Oklahoma State plus the points. Auburn and Florida. It's a Florida team that's heating up after kind of a weird first little bit of the season where they lost to the current undefeated number 1 team in the nation, Arizona. They lost to TCU. They lost to Duke. They lost to Connecticut. And they've lost to Missouri. They've rattled off 5 wins in a row. They're covering spreads. They're blowing out teams. It's Florida or nothing. I just didn't feel the need to pull the trigger on that one. Arkansas and LSU. LSU looked good up until they decided to go up until SEC play, and they have fallen off a cliff. They're 1-5 in SEC play. That's Arkansas or nothing. Are you doing good? Yeah, I can't complain. Can't complain, dude. I saw my championship prop bet for tomorrow is hitting a thing on FanDuel. All quarterbacks to throw an interception, so someone might end up throwing one. Not throwing one. Oh, that was an actual promoted one. That sucks. I hate to see bets that I like promoted. Four more ranked games. Utah versus BYU. BYU is a 18.5-point favorite. Utah's not good. They're 1-5 in Big 12 play. Just they're not going to get there. BYU should blow them out. BYU's only got 2 losses this season, so that's a team that should just be taking care of business. Their only losses to current 1 loss Connecticut and Texas Tech. So I'm not this is a good BYU team, really good BYU team. laying 18.5 points. I don't think I want to do that. But San Fran versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga's a 16.5 point favorite. They should take care of business. Yes. Gonzaga's one loss is to Michigan, so I'm not like this is a good Gonzaga team. They're 20-1. I took Gonzaga preseason, so I like Gonzaga. Kansas State. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a upset in Manhattan. I like Kansas State. And then Tennessee and Alabama. That was a 3.5 last night. At 3.5, I kind of looked at Tennessee. At 6.5, I can't do it anymore. So not really too interested in that number. It's Alabama or nothing to end the night. Illinois spread. No. Give me Purdue. Give me Purdue. It's a Purdue spot for me. Thank you. I don't think I'm gonna get that over in the Nebraska game. That's quite annoying. Because it's sitting at 124 points. So I need 16 points in 2 minutes, and it's a blowout. So that's not gonna happen. I hate Purdue so much. The few times I back them, they lose outright. I will say I had UCLA last game, so that was nice for me. But I'm sorry about that. Alabama and the over. At this point, sure, why not? I'm not gonna talk you off of that one, not at all. Yeah, I'm gonna safe to assume that game's gonna be a loser. Let's update. Hampton down 8 with 4 to go. Great. The under in the Princeton game should come through. Hofstra down 7 with 4 to go. American only up 6 now. That game's going to get close. This is how we're starting the day. The Virginia game should get over. The Nebraska game will not. Clemson's up big. That's nice to see. Wright State up 10. Good. I'm going to actually just pull up the Division 1 like this because this is going to be more updated numbers. American up 8. Good. The under should hit there. Yeah, Hampton's not going to get there. Towson's down 15. What the fuck are they doing? Hofstra not going to get there. Georgetown not going to get there. Damn, I was looking at UTSA, but didn't get there. Wright State up 12. Green Bay, the over. What was the total in that game? 143.5. They're at 73, so that's not a bad pace. Of course, I left Marist off my card. They're up 15. Can't do that. UMass Lowell's down 11. Southern Miss is down 14. Man, the ones I leave on there are garbage. Anyways, Dawn spread. San Francisco. I won't talk you off of San Fran. But that is, pretty much all. We'll talk over the NFL games tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow. So that will be there. We'll see. Well, actually, we'll see based on the weather because we're supposed to get a storm, but I don't think we're going to get a whole lot. So it is what it is. Any props for the AFC game, Tim? I took the Broncos. I just took the Broncos outright. That's all I did. I took the money line. On the road today, heading to Oilers versus Capitals game. McDavid versus OV. Have fun, dude. I'll be rooting for Edmonton. But actually, it probably doesn't matter. The Capitals kind of falling off. Any upsets in college basketball later? Sure. Yeah, there should be plenty of upsets. Let's do an upset for later. Georgia State. That's a 2:00 game. And I'm banned on TikTok. Cool. Northwestern, maybe? I don't hate Northwestern plus against UCLA. Oh, Kansas State. Kansas State's going to get the job done. There you go. But that should do it for this edition. You're playing the over 6. In the Capitals game. That's fair. I didn't really look too deep into hockey. I like Payne. One more Blues money line for. Oh dear God, dude. Come on. Are we actually pulling the trigger on that? What do they got? Who do the Blues got today? The Kings. Small price. You know what? Sure, why not? Definitely first period. Sure, go for it. Go for it, dude. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Back tomorrow. Hopefully a winning day. We'll see.